and welcome to Radio Waves by Todderbert. If you enjoy reviews, comparisons, band scans of new and classic portable radios, then make sure to subscribe and tap the bell icon so you don't miss any of my future videos. DSP Challenge! We have Kaito's KA390 versus C.Crane's CCRadio-EP-Pro. Yeah! This is a fun comparison of two radios intended for different uses. Hopefully you'll have gained extra knowledge of these two receivers by the end of this video. Just keep that in mind. This is for fun. This isn't like to say this one rocks, this one's better. This is just for fun. Yes, there's going to be a winner, but remember, they're both winners, and we're just having a good time. So, the reason why I'm doing this is actually because both these radios have excellent FM reception. They both have analog dials, and they're both DSP driven. So, it's kind of like, hey, why not pit them against each other, have a little fun with it. So, let's get started. First thing, the biggest thing that these two compete in is FM reception. FM reception. Okay, so on the CCRadio-EP-Pro, I did a test where I put the radio in one location in a south-facing window with the antenna raised, and I did the test on each radio separately. So they were independently tested, not scientifically proven. This is all amateur-driven, but I found 64 stations with the EP-Pro. When I put the Kaito KA390 in the window, I found 58 FM stations. And it's just amazing. It was a 6-station difference. I also noticed as I tuned the dial that the KA390 was able to lock in these stations really good. Same as the EP-Pro. Maybe even sometimes better. It was hard to tell, but it was really nice. I enjoyed tuning the KA390. It just was definitely a pleasant experience. So if you're considering these two radios just for FM alone, the Kaito KA390 wins right now, just because of its cost and what it gives in value for FM. Just keep that's it right there. But there's so many extras involved here, so let's keep going. AM reception. Well, we all know EP-Pro is built for AM monster right here. I just did a quick and dirty test. I just kind of went through the band. I didn't try to use the tuning knob here. This has a lot of features that can gain extra signals by being able to tune the ferrite bar or internal ferrite bar antenna, the ability to do bass and treble control, wide and narrow filter. I didn't use any of that. I kept it all pretty much neutral, so we keep it simple. So I was able to find 65 stations fairly quickly with the AM on the EP-Pro. When it came to Kaito, I found 41. So EP has a huge advantage here, of course, because it is the AM monster. But not too shabby for a $20 radio over here. Kaito did really well. I was very impressed to find 41 stations with it. Awesome. Okay, so which radio has shortwave? The Kaito 390. Does the EP-Pro have it? No, it does not. Does that make it a big deal? Not really. This has it, but it's kind of limited. I did get a couple stations last night, which shocked me. I was actually pleased by that. So it does get a star for that. So we'll give it a vote up for that. Weatherband. No weatherband. I really wish the EP-Pro had weatherband. It would be a really neat, like just a little switch here, switch on weatherband, just so you can get your local alerts. It would be a really cool feature. And if they're watching this video, which they probably are, they probably might be considering it. Just maybe over here, a little switch. It could be like even a selector switch, maybe something like this. And it just says, your 7 bands. That'd be perfect. That would make this radio really good for emergencies, along with your AM and FM reception. It would make it really an ultimate radio, I believe. But Kaito wins this because they do have the weatherband. I was able to get 4 weatherband channels with this last night. I was totally impressed with its emergency capability as far as the weatherband goes. Kaito wins that, definitely. So, simple things. The Kaito KA390, it has a flashlight. Yeah, this flashlight's pretty bright. Does a pretty good job, light in the night, right? So, yeah. Does the EP-Pro have it? No. Let's see, the EP-Pro has a dial light instead. So we'll turn on the radio here. You guys remember from my video, yeah, it has that cool dial light there. So definitely a winner in my book for dial lights. Here you don't have a dial light, so it's hard to see what's going on unless you have your flashlight. Or maybe you can take a mirror and kind of direct this flashlight back onto the dial somehow. Just ideas. So they kind of win back and forth there. Next thing is kind of simple. It's the handle. This has a built-in handle, and the EP-Pro has a folding handle. I don't know if you guys saw that. Again, you can refer to these videos so you can see the differences, but this is a folding handle. EP-Pro wins this because it allows its antenna to extend fully out and go 360 and even has a little divot here, which is really nice, so the radio can almost lay flat. So it allows directional positioning of the antenna much better than the fixed handle on the Kaito. And of course, its antenna is also fixed in a 180 direction. It does not pivot this way. It only goes, not really even 180. It kind of has a stop right about there. I believe there's a stop right there. Yeah. So that gives you an idea. But both excellent FM receivers. So that doesn't really matter as much, but EP-Pro wins that for the handle, definitely. Let's move it on. So what else do we got to talk about? There's lots. Let's see. We have the handle. We have the speaker audio. Okay, well, that's a no-brainer. Bigger speaker. You got more power here, of course, driving it. We have bass and treble controls for that speaker. It's amazing. This one's not too shabby. I'm going to actually, at the end of the video, we're going to do a little band scan between both. You get to hear a little bit of differences in volume and sound, maybe some depth. You get a little depth out of it. This isn't bad. I'm really impressed with this inexpensive radio. Got to remember the prices, and I'll give that to you in a second. This does really well for its value. There's the size of the speaker right there. I think it's like a 3-incher. Just really nice for the money. So, but yeah, the EP-Pro wins hands down because it's a beast. It has a big speaker. Remember, these two radios are for different markets, intended for different uses, but it's fun to compare them. All right, so we got speaker audio there. Oh yeah, I got this little thing hidden in between. I got these little. Here, I'll show you. A whole list of stuff. So next, my wonderful handwriting, gotta love it. So I'm trying to read my own handwriting. Build quality, they're both pretty good. I'll be honest with you, but the build quality of the EP-Pro is much better. I just noticed that because I had a problem with rattling springs in here and the little vibrations and sound, with the sound on the AM band. I still get it once in a while, so it's kind of annoying. But otherwise, it's a pretty strong cabinet. I mean, it's not like the plastics flex or anything, but you can tell it's a budget radio, and they did sacrifice some things to make it affordable. So, but they still did a good job putting together a good package. But again, EP-Pro, when you're buying this, you are buying a more solid built device. Yes, you're spending a lot more money than this one, and we'll get to that. But yeah, build quality superior here. Gets the win for that. Let's keep going. We have FM stereo. This has FM stereo. Kaito does not have FM stereo. I really wish it did. That would make this radio really rock and roll. And man, would that push it up to the stratosphere for me. But yeah, FM stereo, it goes to the EP-Pro. Little things like external antenna inputs that may be little to you, might be a huge thing for you. EP-Pro has them. Kaito does not. Do you really need them? I mean, I've never really had the need for an external input for this. Maybe somebody does, but the FM is so good on this radio. Why bother? And then the AM is so good with its internal ferrite bar. Again, I don't know why to bother. So it's almost like they could have left them off and I wouldn't have missed them. But maybe somebody else does. Somebody else might miss them. But again, this gets the vote for that because it has them and Kaito does not have them. Headphone quality. The headphone quality experience on the EP-Pro is superior, of course, because of FM stereo. And plus, it's a little less noise on the headphones itself. Kaito had a little bit more noise, the noise floor, but not too bad. Actually, it was pretty good. And it was really nice with the FM mono. It had real bassy sound to it on the FM and really pleasing to listen to on the AM. So headphone experience on both is good. This one edges it out because it has FM stereo, really, to be honest with you. So, but they were very close. Like I said, if this had stereo, this one may have won. It was that close. So, okay, let's keep rolling. Simple things like line in jack. This has it. This one doesn't. Again, when you're spending more money, you're getting more features in certain ways. So, let's see. AM selectivity. Yes. Well, AM selectivity is going to be the monster here. This one has the tunable ferrite bar antenna, allows it to get those stations that are weak. This one does win that 100%. It's so good that I gave it a 2-star rating, and it's a pretty big deal. So instead of just getting 1 star, it got 2. Same with the speaker audio. I forgot to mention it got 2 stars for speaker audio, just because it's so good, the speaker sound. Because you're paying for it. You're actually paying for that. So it comes down to AM filters next. AM filters is this right here, the wide and narrow. This radio has it. This radio does not have it. Of course, the wind goes to here. Keep in mind, these are 2 different radios for 2 different purposes. We're just having fun. It's a fun comparison. And we'll get to the end here. Let's see, the cost. Cost is a big deal. $20, $85 plus shipping on this one, I think. This one here, I think, is free shipping. Goes to this one, 2 stars for cost. This is definitely the best value of the two as far as value goes for your money. For $20, you're getting a ton of value. I can't stress how much value you're getting for $20 for this thing. It's one of those things where if you don't own a radio in your home, but you're looking to get one, this is really the way to go. Kaito KA390. This is a radio I'd recommend somebody who has no radio in their house. Buy this one because you get the emergency band, you get a shortwave band that's somewhat usable, but very good FM, like I mentioned, and AM. Just here, I'm already giving like final thoughts. But price, really, I'll be honest with you, this is like the best thing a family could have if they had no radio and they didn't have a big budget. They didn't really want to spend, big money on something like this. Just go out there and get yourself this radio and be happy. You'll like it. It'll work for you. So cost gets 2 stars on that one for cost. Size and portability. So size and portability, you can tell right away. This little dude right here, man, it is the easiest thing to carry around. It's got good weight. The handles are real easy, built in. This is just the way to go. It's super portable. The EP-Pro, this thing is not as portable. It seems like a tank. You're not going to be running around with this in an emergency situation. You're not going to be, I don't know. This is not intended for on-the-go camping or anything like that. So this is, did not win that category. So this little bad boy did, and it got 2 stars for that too. That's a pretty big deal for me, portability and size. So AC adapter, this comes with it. This does not, though. It does have a spot for optional DC input there. I don't know if I can get that into focus, but yeah, there you go. So it does have that, which is nice. It's a good feature. If you're going to use this radio a lot, it's good to have something plugged in. Just let it go. Don't worry about batteries. I like that. Let's see. And we come to batteries now. Okay, so they each take D batteries. This takes 4D batteries. This takes 3D batteries. It's kind of like, is that a big deal? It's what you make of it. This requires more power. This is getting a bonus from using 3D batteries, and that's the next one. So battery life. This one's battery life. This has 3D batteries. It'll run probably 300 plus hours. This one, probably not so much. I'm thinking about half that. They're both efficient radios. It's just that this is consuming more power with its more powerful output on the speaker versus a smaller output power that this requires. So your give and take. This is, like I said, a great radio again because of its power capability. So at the end of this, I know this is really quick, but we're going to have some fun, do some band scans of the radios because these are both great radios. I love them. So at the end, this won by 14 votes or stars, we're going to call them, and this one did not win. It had 8 though. So what was the best in category? So best in category for cost and performance in the FM band, the Kaito KA390 wins hands down as a go-to FM radio for the least price. Also for a emergency radio on hand and for battery life. So wins hands down by far. But if you need a radio that does great on FM and AM, and you want the best of AM, the AM world has to offer, and the FM, this one wins completely hands down with all of its features. Great sound, bass treble controls, filter, tunable antenna, dial light. This one was built for radio connoisseur, definitely. So they both do well, but this one does win in most categories. So yeah, I had fun. This is just a great little mashup of radio. So what we're going to do is I'm going to go ahead and we're going to fire up the Kaito here. I'm going to run it through the band, FM band. I'm actually doing an FM band scan. Yeah. And we're going to go ahead and just show you how this does. I don't know if I did it in my video, but this antenna is gigantic on this one. I think it's like almost a 3-foot antenna on this radio. Just amazing. Yep, it is. I'm hitting stuff over there against the wall. So we're going to turn this on. We're going to start in the FM band. I'm on the FM. Here's the volume. Okay. Power LED right there. Yeah, it's a cool radio. I love it. So we'll just kind of go through the bands here. I'll go through them real quick.
And then after a number of weeks of that training,
Maybe we'll just cruise on up.
Can't you let it alone, Henry?
There's like a station everywhere I go.
You can throw away that last hat, thanks.
Shark Week, anniversary of and it.
One hit music station. Going, as well as taking.
Chorwacką riekę, niegdysiejszy film.
Okay, gives you an idea on the FM. So we're going to go ahead and, holy crap, huge antenna. Put this antenna down here. And then we'll go ahead and we'll go to the EP-Pro. Yeah, EP-Pro. And it'll get its dial light. Go to the bottom of the band here. This one takes a lot of turning. A little harder to get through the band fast. Okay, so let's go ahead. Raise the monster antenna here. Oh, this will be interesting. Yeah, this one's a longer antenna. So what we're going to have to do here is try to aim it in the same direction so we get the same quality of sound. Yeah, I'm going to try not to hit anything. Yeah, I'm hitting things here. Leave me 1 second. Okay, there we go. I think I got it. So it's on FM mono, I believe. Yep. Or is it AM? Let's just double check that. There we go. We're going to do FM mono because the other radio is FM mono. So let's go ahead and see how this goes. Bass is turned up a little too high. A little bit of trouble there. Okay.
Well, first of all, sin is kind of hardest to create something. And he had nothing to report against him.
Struggling. Just
Hey, this is Craig from Escape the Fate on Hard Drive.
.1 FM, Chicago's classic rock.
you also have cameras. That promote your business.
That's the tempo right here.
Listener support.
The new business hat.
Sean Don and I pull up.
Animal habitat.
Okay. So that gives you an idea what's going on here. Alrighty. So if you noticed, almost like the Kaito KA390 had brighter sound, but if you notice this radio had a little bit more sensitivity to it, I noticed I was hearing a little, or actually a lot more stations in the background with this radio. And of course, if you're in a better location, this is not my ideal location, this radio really shines. And so that's where I did the test for the EP-Pro. So actually, you know what we can do now is we can just do a quick little AM band scan. I'll bring this down, get personal. We'll go on AM, and I know somebody mentioned they wanted to see that tunable ferrite in action. It's good when it's really busy, when there's like 2 or 3 stations and they're null something else. Let's go ahead and go on the AM. So unplug some transformers. Okay, very sensitive. We're just gonna keep it one direction.
Yeah,
Got two stations here. You got the knob. You can try turning it.
It is becoming even more intense to change how you use credit if you are someone who doesn't pay your balances in full. Because for you, you're paying an effective interest rate on average typically upper teens, somewhere 17%.
So you can see you can kind of tease out the music a little bit by going the one direction. You can kind of amplify the gain on the speaker here, on the station, like I talk on the station, with this tunable coil. So it's just a really neat feature. Also, make sure to use the wide and narrow quite often while you're doing this. It makes a huge difference. These work together, these two. And even your treble will help too. So. The music, what?
50 men and women voted to put
by police, 99
Off stage.
but once it kind of became unified because of their behavior. And that was just
Go up the dial. Try it here. Clears it up.
I'm the sales director. You're looking for. But when you post on Indeed.com, you get the candidates just right for you.
I'm a sales director with an MBA, over 10 years experience. Who's also fluent in Japanese.
Indeed. You can ask bigger questions.
So sometimes it'll work great, sometimes it will not work so hot.
Nightcast.
So what are we doing this weekend?
This radio is just awesome. Everywhere you put that, you get a station. Yeah, so you get the idea. And even you can pick some static. Play with the filters. And see if you can't pull out a station. So, a lot of experimenting, a lot of fun. Okay, so we'll go ahead and turn that off. And then we'll bring that Kaito, and you can just see this one real quick in AM. I mean, I've already done this before, but it's just fun since we're doing it. And I'll turn it on.
Resemble a range bag. Nobody will know you're.
Joe Rady joining us on the show. Obviously, you've been through Canton. I'm from Ishnala. Nestled among the pines and perched above the sand.
The seal pool was redone at that time. The farm opened.
Around in
Person with a disability.
Who walks beside him?
So you get the idea here.
go to the bathroom.
I really miss the EP-Pro's bass and treble controls here. Boy, it can make the sound sweet. Alright, well there you go. Yeah, we just had some fun tonight. The DSP challenge between the EP-Pro, just an amazing radio, and the Kaito KA. Yeah, I think it's because I'm down. Let's raise it back up. There we go. Get those in the frame there. Yeah, so definitely two different radios. They're both winners in my book. Again, if you want a great AM/FM analog tuned DSP radio, C.Crane EP-Pro is still the go-to radio. It really is. I really enjoy it. I enjoy using it for the AM. Holy crap, it's amazing during the day. It pulls in my distant stations like you wouldn't believe, just as clear as day. And it's amazing with a loop. So, we're going to probably do a loop session with this radio, even though it's kind of difficult because it's a larger radio. I'm going to find a way to do it because this radio was improving with a loop even, and I was shocked. Just absolutely floored because they say a lot of times bigger radios won't have as much effect. But with loops, this one was rocking. And so this one too. This one was seeing a big gain on a loop. But this one here just blew me away. Oh, yeah. This is one of my favorites right here. And this is one of my favorites too, because this only cost $20. This one was like a no-brainer, $20. And I got some FM, just killer FM reception. Last night, after I did a test between these two radios, I had this one playing, not this one. I had this one playing. So it just tells you, my choices. So there we go. And you can see the fingerprints. I've been enjoying this radio a lot. So yeah, that's it. The CCRadio-EP-Pro and the Kaito KA390. There it is, guys. Hope you enjoyed it. If you have any questions between the two radios, I'm going to put links up for the EP-Pro and the Kaito KA390. And you'll get to see those reviews here. Check them out. You'll get an idea, hey, which one's for me. Like I said, if you got the money to spend, boom. If you're looking for a cheap, fun FM radio that just seems to hold its own just as good with this radio, get yourself one of these. I mean, it does the job. I love it. It's just amazing. And it sounds decent. It sounds really good. So can't blame it. $20. Woohoo, yeah. Alrighty, so there you go. A fun comparison DSP challenge. That's what it's all about. It's all about the fun and getting knowledge. You're getting knowledge at the same time between these two radios. All right, guys. Well, hopefully you had fun. I sure did. If you enjoyed the presentation, big thumbs up. Because I know you guys liked it. You guys watch Todderbert for a reason. Yeah, you know who you are. And you like these radios, I'm sure. Definitely give me a thumbs up. I appreciate it. Definitely if you're new and you're like, whoa, dude, C.Crane rules. Hey, I have that Kaito radio. That radio's awesome. Hit subscribe. Maybe I'll do more comparisons. And then hit the bell icon so you make sure you see those comparisons when I make them. And then down below, you guys are going to comment. You're going to be like, what the hell, Todderbert, are you thinking? A Kaito 390 versus EP-Pro? Are you mad? Are you going insane? Yes, I am. And I hope you join me on the trip. Yeah, it's a good time, guys. Remember, radio is for fun. Good times, sports, information, weather. You got everything right here. Everything you need. Who needs TV anymore, right? Yeah, TV's for chumps. I don't take offense to that. I watch TV too. I guess I'm a chump also. So yeah, this is great. Comment, like I said, comment away. Just keep commenting. I don't care. Have fun with it. All right, guys. I will have more videos coming. Just stay tuned. I'm glad you stayed and watched for the whole thing. All right, guys. Take care. We'll talk to you soon. And goodbye.